The Tools. 5 tools to help you find courage, creativity, and willpower, and inspire you to live life in forward motion. By Barry Michels and Phil Stutz. Ever felt unmotivated, irritable, anxious, or afraid? Michels and Stutz set out to share their most useful and versatile tools of the trade, the psychotherapy trade, that is. They explain basic tools that can be employed against very common problems faced by all of us. Often, these problems become so common that we tend to move into a comfort zone, accepting these problems as normal. The authors begin by addressing avoidance. This includes avoidance spurred by physical pain, as well as fear and anxiety. Once we start using avoidance, it can become our mechanism of choice without us even realizing it. We find ourselves avoiding more and more situations rather than dealing with them, so a tool is needed. The authors offer 5 tools, each to address a specific problem. They also talk about a higher force in connection with each tool, though they make it clear that what the force is open to personal interpretation. Any way you view the higher forces, energies, spirits, God, they suggest that you do receive help from something outside your conscious self. Let's look at the 5 common problems and the tools presented to address each. Problem 1. The avoidance of pain. The tool? Reversal of desire. Reversal of desire can break the habit of avoiding what we think will cause us pain or discomfort. It literally reverses the desire to avoid pain and moves it to a desire to face it. Picture yourself in a comfort zone bubble, a wall called fear in front of you, separating you from endless possibilities. While the comfort zone of avoidance seems to be keeping you safe, it is actually keeping you small. Just like facing a monster in a dream can make it vanish, getting through that wall of pain can set you free. Visualize yourself getting excited about leaving your comfort zone and breaking through the wall of fear. Then see yourself physically breaking out of your bubble and purposefully entering that barrier of fear, saying, "Bring it on! I love this! I love pain!" While this may seem very unnatural, it will train you to approach rather than avoid when you sense anxiety or fear encroaching upon you. Your infinite potential, your endless possibilities, lie just through that wall. The higher force that corresponds to this change from avoidance to approaching behavior is forward motion. We are propelled through the wall of fear and pain by being willing to face it. Practicing this visual exercise can reduce avoidance and actually help reduce the power pain and fear have over you. Before we move on to the next problem, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support will help us continue pushing out great content. Thank you, and now let's get back to it. Problem 2. The mental maze. The tool? Active love. When you find yourself hurt and frustrated by someone, it can really bring you into a place of negativity, a mental maze. As the word maze suggests, it is difficult to get out of this trap of hurt and anger. But unless the maze is addressed, years of hurt and blame can cripple you from moving on with life. The active love tool can help if you use it consistently. Picture yourself with 2 choices. The entrance to the maze is at your feet, but above that see rays emanating from you. This is the active love choice. The choice to push out love, to blast it out. This is called outflow, a form of love independent of the immediate circumstances and your reactions to them, a higher form of love. The authors describe outflow as an infinite spiritual force that pours out love without restraint. Like sunlight, it is indiscriminate about where it shines. When you choose to let it flow, you escape the maze or diminish the temptation to enter the maze. Outflow releases you from the trapping feelings of hurt and anger. Problem 3. Insecurity, inability to express yourself. The tool? The inner authority. If you have shied away from opening yourself up in various situations, from interviews and public speaking to interpersonal relationships, you might need to employ the inner authority tool. This tool is designed to help you harness the self-expressive love of your shadow. Your shadow is like a version of yourself that wears all the stuff you dislike about yourself. For me, it is my picture of myself in junior high, too painful to even put on paper. When you run self-talk that is negative through your mind, things like, "You will never amount to anything," or "You are so stupid," you are speaking to your shadow. In shame, you attempt to hide your shadow from others, but that is actually what stands in your way when you want to fully express yourself. To use the inner authority tool, picture your shadow standing right next to you. Instead of putting all your energies into hiding it, embrace it. Let your shadow join you in silently commanding your audience, be it one person or a large group, to listen up. When you can be who you really are, shadow and all, you free up all the energy you were expending trying to hide parts of yourself from others. This allows you to pour energy into the present moment, speaking more freely and authentically. This tool needs to be developed and practiced in order to function fully in a pinch. Make using it a habit. Problem 4. Negative thoughts, feeling down. The tool? Grateful flow. Years ago, the cartoon character Ziggy, pictured under a cloud that rained only on him, was quite popular. Ziggy needed the Grateful Flow tool. When you are under a cloud of negativity, obsessed with self-criticism, and generally experiencing the blues, you need to harness the higher force of gratefulness. Grateful flow is activated when you focus on one after another of the things you are grateful for, things that you may take for granted. Allow yourself to ponder each, then let your physical body feel that gratitude that your mind identified. Gratefulness is actually an energy that can flow through you. Connecting to this higher force gives you the power to counteract the negativity of that cloud. You can use grateful flow either in response to the negative cloud or as a preventive measure as part of a regular routine. In fact, the goal is to have grateful flow ready to activate at any time. Problem 5. Psychological laziness. The tool? Jeopardy. The Jeopardy tool helps renew urgency and address laziness. It seems built into human nature that we are not consistent, even when something is working. The authors say it is psychological laziness. People they have worked with have even, after experiencing great healing through using their tools, given up consistent practice with them and backslid. The Jeopardy tool can help in any situation when you just can't get going. The word Jeopardy means a risk of harm, danger, or death. To use the Jeopardy tool, picture yourself on your deathbed. Your time has come. Your future self rises up from bed, gathering all the energy that remains, and tells you to get going. The moment you are in matters. Do it now. According to the authors, this has the shocking effect of making your own life matter more in light of the reality of death. The tools may seem unnatural at first, and you may resist trying them, but with over 60 years of experience between them, developing and using these tools to help people, Stutz and Michels hope you will take advantage of their learning. If there is a chance to get off that gerbil wheel, isn't it worth a try?